Welcome to another Tech Channel podcast. Delvon Digital here. Let's get right into it. All right, so this one, man, this one is Tech Twitter. Tech Twitter. Man, Tech Twitter is exhausting. It is full or flooded with ads. And I'm going to call those people ads. I'm going to call them ads because they would try to sell you so much on a device that they love so much. All you hear is best, better, nothing comes close, period. Whatever it is, whatever argument that you have, there is a counter argument that they will either manifest or repeat that somebody else had said. It's an ongoing thing. So consistently on Tech Twitter. I have found some great people up there. I have had some great conversations up there. I have ran into some very horrible people. I have ran into people that I wish that I never even responded when I thought that we were about to have a logical conversation and it turned to something else. People up there will drain so much energy out of you with the dick swinging of their brand, of the product that they love so much. Everything always got to be the best. They did it better. They did it first. No, nothing comes close. This is better. Blah, 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 blah. Just the same circle of the same over and over and over. And it's just so life draining, so exhausting. And it makes it really hard to try to find people to actually have a reasonable tech conversation with, because somebody has to jump into the mix with their feelings or whatever they feel about whatever we're talking about. And it's always the case. It's never hardly a time where we can just conversate about what is actually bringing us together, which is the tech, whether it's from here or there or this company or that company. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. But people are so invested in a company or brand that it becomes so personal to them. And that's where the problem is. It's not yours. You don't own it. You don't get paid. They don't care about you. They care about your money, your data, and your money, and your data, and your money. If you was on life support, if you were hanging from a cliff, if you lost your leg, if you needed to pay a bill, or you about to get kicked out your house, evicted, or you lost your car and you can't get to work and you need transportation, they not going to be there for you. They don't give two shits. And it just boggles me that someone would go so far to insult another person over a device, over a company, over someone else's feelings or opinions about something. It's gotten so bad on Tech Twitter. It's so exhausting. I try to spend less time up there communicating with people if I can see that sometimes there's not going to be a sensible conversation with how they just jumped into the conversation in the first place. But it's hard. I know some of you can relate to this. I know some of you who may be watching it may be those people that we try to avoid on Tech Twitter. And if you're not, hit me up in the comments, because I love chatting it up with level-minded people about just tech in general. If your preference is one company over the other, I don't I don't care. That's your preference. I'm not going to live with it. Everybody wants to say that whatever product that they use is the best. And let's break that down a little bit, right? Defining best means that it should be the best for everyone. A one-off. There's no other competitor. There's no other choice because this is the best. Nothing else matters. But that's the problem that people have, is that they don't understand that what's the best for you isn't the best for the next person. A good argument would be, how people say that iPhones are the best, right? Apple and everything. If they were, why are people buying other phones? Why would they even think about buying another phone? And at one point you could argue price, right? But I believe that in this world now today, Android devices has truly exceeded the price of iPhones. Even their computers, right? Even Windows computers, custom built with the highest specs, the best of the best, right? Can exceed the highest Mac. But people buy them. Why would they buy it? Why would they buy something that costs 3 times the price when they can get the best? Because it ain't the best for them. It don't work for them. It's not meant for them. People have workflows. People have different things that they love, different things that make their life easy. If one company isn't providing that, then they're not going to buy it. But if another company is, they will buy it. And that's how it works. When you say best, you have to think about you, not everybody else, not the majority, not the minority, not anybody else but you. Because what works best for you don't really work for other people, not everybody. And that's okay. There's a lot of different things out here, when it comes to technology and when it comes to just tech in general. And a lot of these companies are very profitable. And, if you feel something is the best, think about why other people are buying other products over that product. And you can't say that they're poor people. You can't say that they can't afford it. I mean, because that would be the one thing that you would say. That would be really the only thing. Like, no, they just can't afford it. That's why I don't buy it. But people are buying more expensive things out here. People are buying things that work best for them. And it seems to be a problem for some of you that somebody likes something over something else that you like, or even that same product or piece of tech that everybody is saying the same echo chamber of how it's the greatest and the best and this and that to the third. And yeah, a good example would be that for a long time, for me, the best tablet on the market for me was the iPad. I had tried the Nexus line. I had Samsung tablets. I had so many tablets. And what worked for me was the iPad because it provided a lot of things that I liked at the given time. Fast forward today, 2022. I'm back on an Android tablet. It provides the best experience for me for what I want. Finally. So now the best tablet for me is now the Galaxy tablet, the Galaxy Tab S7 Plus. That's what I currently have. Will I be upgrading to the 8? Probably, maybe, no, yes, don't know yet. Will I get the 9? If I don't get the 8, I'm sure I am. And soon the Pixel tablet comes out, so I will buy that and see if that's going to be a different experience. But one thing about me, I'm open. I'm open to trying different things. And if one day, The iPad changes a lot of things about it, and the operating system and some other things. And I would not mind going back, because I am a person who buys what's best for me, what's going to work best at the given moment. And that could be anything. That could be this, that could be that, that could be there, that. It really doesn't really matter with me. If it works better, I buy it. If it doesn't, I won't buy it. I will also try new things because I love tech. When I say that I love tech, I truly mean that I love tech. And there is no name behind me saying that I love tech. If you take all of the products that I own now, take the names off them, I would love every last one of those products. I don't have to know what name it is. It doesn't matter to me. It just has to work for me. And that's it. Work for me. And if it worked that good, it's the best to me. Am I going to tell somebody else that it's the best on the market? It's the best all around. It's the best you can get? Fuck no. There's no way. It's impossible for me to tell you what's best for you. It's impossible for me to tell you that. I don't know what your needs is. I don't know what your demands is. I don't know what your wants is. I don't know what it is that you do with that device. I have no clue. I can't tell you what is the best car in the world. I cannot tell you what's the best phone. I can't tell you what's the best camera to buy. I cannot tell you what's the best computer. I cannot tell you what's the best light, the best headphones. I cannot tell you the best food. I cannot tell you that. I can tell you the things that I tried that worked out for me and my experience with them. And if you decide that you want to try it for yourself, then maybe it might be the best for you as well as me. Or maybe no. Maybe it's the worst experience that you had. And that's okay, because you tried it. I'm not gloating around saying something is better than this and better than that. But if I had two things sitting right here in front of me that I've used, and I sit here and tell you that this works better for me and this one don't over here, that don't mean that this sucks. That don't mean that I hate this. That don't mean don't go out and buy this because I said that. Don't go off what I say. Tech Twitter, man, is so exhausting. It's like you spend more time fighting for your opinions or fighting over your preferences or defending your preferences to some idiot who just feels like your preferences is wrong. I don't know how someone preferences can be wrong. I don't get how that works, but some way inside their head, what you like is wrong. What you say is wrong. What you love is wrong. How you use that device is wrong. Oh, if you use their device that they choose or they like and it doesn't work out, you're wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're making it look bad. You're just hating. All of this is what goes on. I've seen so many people conversate with a person up there and they ask the question, have you used one? Their response would be sometimes no. I would never buy that piece of shit. Whoa. It's like, how do you know it's a piece of shit if you never bought it? Right? How is that? It's just like when it's funny because my mom she does it all. No, my grandma, she does it all the time. My grandma, she's the cook in the family. She always be like, do you want some salmon cakes? I'd be like, no, grandma, I don't want no salmon cakes. I don't like them. She said, you never even taste them. How you know you don't like them? I said, grandma, I taste it. That's how I know I don't like it. We have this conversation all the time. I love my grandma. I love you, grandma. She does this all the time with me, all the time with everything. She tells me to try something and I tell her that I don't like it already. She says, you need to try it because how you know you don't like it. I'm like, grandma, I tried it. That's how I know I don't like it. But she forgets. It's okay. I love my grandma. But that's Tech Twitter. That's a lot of people up there. They never even tried another product. But I believe they draw the narrative because somebody who did buy it said something about it negatively. And then somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. And then There's people out there that's positive about it, but people love negativity. It sells. It drives people. People love it. If somebody was to give a guy on the street a bunch of clothes and shoes, there would be nobody pulling out their cell phones to record that great positive moment. But if somebody breaks out in a fight, or there's confrontation out there, or anything for that matter, just say a guy walking down the street naked with his genitals swinging everywhere and just whatever, people are going to pull out their phones and they're going to record it and they're going to post it and they're going to share it. Instantly, that spreads faster than anything positive in this world. Period. Negative sells. So when people talk negative about a device, it spreads and it spreads and it spreads. Then when somebody says that I'm not having those problems, I don't have that issue, it's been fine for me, you're lying. You're lying because everybody else said that there were negative things about it. That cannot be the thing. That app don't crash. That app do crash all the time, and it crashes on YouTube. If you say it ain't, you're a liar. This is how it works on tech Twitter. It's exhausting. It's so exhausting. I feel like I'm preaching right now. I mean, I just came here to talk. I was in the car. It started raining, started storming. Me and my lady, we went to the beach, and we went out there. I took some phones with me, and I started taking some pictures. And it looked like we ended up having a tornado warning. And I was just in the car. I was like, man, you know, I read a post that somebody posted on my tech Twitter. I definitely can't remember what it was, but it triggered this podcast right here. And I just, that's where I'm at now. And while I was in the car, while it's raining, you know, rain is so soothing. It had put me in like a deep mental state. And I was like, man, should I not quit YouTube? But I was like, should I just quit tech Twitter and tech YouTube? But then YouTube ain't do nothing to me. You know, I never had any issues with YouTube, but maybe Twitter, should I get rid of that and just say fuck it and just stop, you know, and just continue to make tech videos. And whether people are positive in the comments or negative, you know, I don't have to read them. It's the choice. You know, I do try to engage with people and try to have sensible conversations with people because, you know, that's human, right? That's human. And I don't know. This video is not about me quitting right now. It's just a thought that came up, you know. But if I do that, then I will let them win, right? So I'm not a loser, and I would not let them win. I would not let them beat me. You know, if I quit, it's going to be because of me. It's not going to be because of, you know, tech Twitter or anybody else for that matter. If they want to fight and bicker and scream and beat up on their chest about what's the best, they could do that amongst themselves. I would no longer engage in those conversations or be in a post with those people. In fact, I am more prone to blocking those people very quick, because I'm not trying to thrive or live my life under negativity. And if I got something to say bad about a product, it's not that I'm saying it because it's bad. I'm saying it because it's my experience with that product. I don't think a lot of products out here are bad when you're spending premium money for it. But support, software, hardware, all of this stuff can fail no matter who makes it, because humans made it. We're not perfect. There's imperfections in anything. There's imperfections in us. There's imperfections in technology. And we do have the right to complain when we spend a lot of money and something goes wrong with our devices. But we can't expect these things to always be perfect. I have bought tech that failed on me. I've bought tech that have not failed on me. But that's just life. A lot of people just don't seem to understand that. So I'm always going to be 100 with people. I'm never going to like sugarcoat make it seem like something is better than something else. If I have a problem with something, I'm going to tell you my experience. I'm not going to shit on it. I'm just going to tell you my experience. I have YouTube friends and Twitter friends. They're cool. They're cool people to talk to. But I feel like when it comes to other brands, they love the negative things to talk about it. They love comparing that brand to the brand that they love and just pointing out big flaws, pointing out what's better, or this is best on this one, and this is best, and this is no competition. And when you talk like that to me, you talk like it's personal, because I have had bad customer service with companies. I have great customer service with a lot of companies. I have bad customer service with companies that you say they have the best customer service. And I had great customer service with the companies that some people say the worst. But that's my experience. And I feel like if we start to like really tell people our experience and not get into our feelings about how we feel about a brand or a company or a piece of tech or anything, tech Twitter would be a lot better. But, then again, in my mind, I feel like it's just flooded with a bunch of kids, teenagers and young people who just, it's them. I told you this before. I have a hard time believing that a grown ass man is up there ranting and saying this stuff and blah 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 like a kid. Like, bro, you probably got a family, a house, a job, and cars and stuff. Like, why are you ranting like some little 10 or 17-year-old kid about, what is better and whatever, and you're going back and forth and stuff like that. Bickering back and forth is just really, really hard for me to swallow something like that. And I just don't understand. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this podcast up. This is it. And I hope you enjoyed this. Check you out on the next one. Devon Digital out.